Okay, today I'm going to start with, I call it the intuitive set. This builds not only profound energy, but the essence of this set, it allows you expression of your art. So you could flow natural and spontaneously, which really nobody else has. All of the other systems, they teach forms and everything else, but forms, they don't teach you the real, true value of what you need to learn in a martial art. And what this will do, it's going to bring out all your energy naturally. So what happens is when you're moving, it comes out of nowhere. Nobody can distinguish who you are, and eventually it leads into what we call the broken mirror, which you can combine all the different elements, all your different movements, and it becomes an art that nobody really understands. But what we begin with, okay, I'm not going to do a lot of talking. I'm going to kind of show some of the subtle things that are very, very important. But you always want to start in what we call a Wu Chi posture, which is like this, okay? Round everything off, right? You want to sink everything down into the earth. Push your tendons down, crush everything down. They call it crushing waist and spine. That's pushing all your tendons down. But do it lightly. Don't become, you don't need to do that. There's a balance of yin and yang here, okay? You can see how I round this off. Instead of just standing like this, round it off as though you have like two softballs underneath your armpits. Okay, it's almost like an ape, which we'll talk about, the golden ape style, which is very devastating. But from here, you have this rounded off. That round is as though you have two softballs underneath your armpits. You want to act as though you have perhaps like two balls resting on water. Okay, like this. So don't just be open. You want everything rounded. Okay, this is structure training. Very, very valuable. Okay? So when you're like this, now put your mind deep down into the earth. Okay? Connect it. You can grab the ground with your toes. That's just something for muscle memory. I like to do that. I like to grip the ground with my toes. I will tighten the sphincter muscle as I breathe. So as I breathe, you want to inhale through the nose, hold the energy up, and spiral counterclockwise. Spiral up the legs, let it move up the spine. As you're breathing, pull the stomach muscle slightly back. You want to gaze. When you gaze, it's peripheral. Right now I'm talking to you, I will get to this mode of fighting. All right? But right now, you're going to slightly close the eyes. And you gaze. Draw the energy up. Let it come up the spine. Right here's the mini men, guys. That's another point you want to think about in the future. Just drawing it up as you breathe. Slightly pull the buttocks. Pull the sphincter muscle up. Let it come up the spine, over the shoulders, into the hands. Okay? That is your fighting for now. Another little element you can think about is though you have a string attached to your head. Slightly pull it upwards. As though you have a book on your head. You drop your chin. Slightly. Drop the chin. So you have a book on your head. Yin and yang. Up, down. So from this position, guys, again, now it's time not to talk. I'm going to go through a series of different postures. It's an intuitive set, incredible for energy, but you're going to realize that this set will produce a fighting essence, a fighting form that comes out of it as well. Hold this stance for about 2 to 3 minutes, okay, if you can, and just gaze. As far as you can, just gaze. Now, I'm not going to do it for 2 or 3 minutes. After you've done this, slowly shift your weight. This leg, Again, this stance, you want to hold the same thing so you have a ball resting on water. Another ball, energy ball is what I call it, around everything. Do not be like this, like all the other fighters. Sink, don't be up. Sink, feel your weight sink. You can see how the foot can be forward, eventually it could go off at an angle. I'm sure it'll catch it. But we're going to work different stances as we start going along. This posture, hold 2 to 3 minutes. Slightly close the eyes. Gather the energy around you if you want to. Inhale. Exhale. This will soup you up. Unbelievable power. Spiraling. In time, you will shake. I guarantee it. You will start to vibrate and shake. That means the energy is getting strong. And that's good. That means that you're open too. If you start feeling that vibration going on, and believe me, there's times I'll do this, I'll be vibrating, I'll be shaking. That means that the wing man is open. The energy is moving up the spine. You don't have many blockages. That's a good thing. After about 2 minutes here, slowly move this hand over this way. It becomes like an axe tongue. Slowly moves this way. You want to peer or put your mind as though you're looking directly through there. It's like a gaze, a sharp gaze, but yet it's peripheral. So what's happening is you've got both these angles that you're working. So what's happening is your mind is now intuitive. It's working like this. Okay? Why do you want to do this? I'll show you in a little bit. As you can see, I could go up on the toe if I want to, in this position, and eventually hold this posture. Beginners, maybe 3 breaths. As you get good, as many as 8, 10. Let the toe come out. And down. Okay? So you have from here, toe out, down. What is that teaching you? Lean crane, rocks back this way. I want to invite Randy up real quickly. Now, if I'm just standing here, a lot of times you're unaware. People can approach you. I like this particular style for a reason. It allows you, if Randy were to come out and try to grab me, I have my distance. If I was like this, if he comes in quick, I could still get it in, but the idea, I could lean back like a pendulum. You can see where my foot is. It could be placed right on his foot if I want to. I could step on it, but you can see it's illusionary fighting. This is what everybody misses. It's an illusionary fighting system. Even when I'm working slow, I could be like this. He comes in and back. Illusionary fighting comes out of nowhere. Bam. It could be a strike, bridge of the nose, be a strike to the eyes. All this. And if I want to, I don't know if we'll catch it on camera, it could be a kick down. This art is just devastating. I love it because it allows me to, at the same time, I could lean this way as well. Let's get into this stance. But this will get you into the cobra stance, which goes to a side position, okay? Which works the same way. If I'm working this way, he's approaching me. All this. If I wanted to step to this side. Now these are light strikes. I got to do it light. We're not wearing equipment. I don't believe in it. because these go right through the pad, and he knows right away. He knows it's like getting hit by a truck, especially when the body weight falls. But back to the simple thing that I was talking about. You have a kick. These are your poison hand whipping strikes. You could hear it. Okay, so everything becomes short. Everything becomes a short strike. It comes out of nowhere. If we have both you guys come up, so we're going to be teaching concepts and fighting at the same time. Come on up, Randy. We don't have a lot of room, but if he's more on this angle, and I'm surprised by both these clowns, okay, and I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. What did we show? From here, neither one of you guys moved yet, but you can see I'm prepared mentally for both, because this hand automatically, oh, lost my balance. Okay. Wow. I can move this way. I come this way. Going between them. Okay. So, again, it doesn't matter. Eventually I'm going to fall to this stance, okay, which will allow me to move this way as well. So now you're covering your bases here. You're starting to understand how the intuitive works. All right, have a seat. You can kind of understand the principles of the intuitive now. Now from this stance, this is Bagua. It's a very powerful stance. But the same thing. Focus. Look. Stretch everything. Stretch. Hold this posture. Beginners, maybe 3 breaths. As you get advanced, I'm already vibrating. Wow. This stuff's powerful. And you move. You can see right here, we're back towards right around the 5 o'clock. 6 would be directly behind me. You go to the 9. So twist, go to this, and put the palms up. Monkey bears fruit. Okay, this is Bagua. Very powerful posture. If you want to get a little extra vibration, I like to take the middle finger. You can see I could kind of push it upward. That'll collect chi right to the center of the palm. Exhale down. As you exhale down, come up on the toes, rock back. This will burn out the legs. And the last thing you want to do is get your legs all burnt out. But I like to come up on the toes, exhale down. Do that about 3, 4, 5 times, okay? So you went through all these postures, you come down, you work the opposite side. Stretch. And gaze as far as you can. You want to develop that gaze, I highly recommend ordering the course from Ale, the Tai Chi ruler. Not only it's going to open up the Ming Men, but you will develop that gaze at a very, very high level. So you're carrying teacups. Exhale down. Very powerful stance here, guys. From here, hold the head high. What you want to do is pull up the sphincter as this leg gets lifted up as you inhale. exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Pull up, lift the sphincter up, relax it. I like to do 8. Relax. Put your weight on this leg. You shoot back. This is your cobra stance, okay? This again, kind of like the crane, only this time it's more side and you're hiding. You can see where the toe is. You're on the toe. Relax. Try to get the monkey back, bare shoulders. Again, 3 to 10 breaths, depending on where your skill level is. I'm already vibrating. My hands are like, wow, this energy is really good. Come in. Grab your knees. Spiral. This is very good for you guys. This opens up what I call springy knee. Al really loves this exercise, recommended it, and I told him, man, it's profound. Gives you that springy energy from your ankles, from your feet to your ankles to your knees. I like to go usually 30 the opposite way. Again, I'm not doing it, I'm going quick. Okay, when you're done, relax. From here, we're going to draw into like a snake position. I like to rock back and forth. Now I like to lean the head. It makes you see things a little bit differently. Okay? Kind of shake the head a little bit. Experience it, see what it does for you. But you can see how I'm bouncing back and forth from the toes to the heels. And slow down your breathing. It's all intuitive feel. You can see where my mind is. It's not just in front of me. I'm starting to think, oh shit, I got 3, 4 opponents coming in on me. That's when I can start playing the game. Start thinking, scoping things out. This is all intuitive feel. Your mind is now. Eventually, you can kind of walk with it. From the cobra, you can see I do a little half step. It's a game. What you're doing, you're starting to play your game. You're sparring. Mentally, you're sparring. So after this, very, very powerful stance, but it's going to teach you. You can have your hand in front of you, like this. Eventually, this way. You can look behind you. So you got a person here, you got a person there. Wow, 2 people at the same time. It's intuitive fighting. From here, this is eagle system. Okay, thank you.